Hello guys, today we are going to be talking about something totally different. We are going to be reviewing an Expo application that I found on GitHub. This app is really cool. It's a Spotify clone application with built with Expo, and it's kind of very interesting to review this app. I'm going to make available the GitHub repo on the description. So before you continue, make sure you hit the like button and also the subscribe button. So this app has some couple of cool features that got me interested to see whether I can review it. Of course, frequently I'm going to start reviewing application and also recommending things that can be updated inside that app. So this app is built with Expo. As you can see, this is an Expo project. So everything here is Expo, and it's kind of really cool and interesting. It's actually a music application. So let me just zoom it out. It's actually a music application that resembles Spotify with a search screen, and that looks very good. And you can see that whenever we scroll this, you could see the animation, and at this level only this one scrolls, and it has a play button and also a love button, like adding a music to your favorite. And also it has a library screen where you could see different categories of music types. So this is kind of very interesting. We have videos, podcasts, and all these things are very interesting. So the repo is actually provided by someone else. Just check the description. I'm going to put the link as well. But I just really want to review a little bit about this application. So let's go ahead and check around the application before we start to review it. So I'm just going to click, I think, on this first item. You could see that there is this cool scroll view over here, that when you scroll, the shuffle play button is going to stay at a fixed position on that height, and also the background is going to totally disappear at this height. And you can see everything looks very interesting. And also, let's kind of go back. I think one thing I have not checked is the music player. So the music player is also a very interesting and something that looks challenging. And when you click on this, the music is going to play. So I will maybe consider on showing you how to build a full music application with this. So as time goes on, it all depends on your responses. So if you want me to do that, just put it down on the comments, then I can look into it. So this app is really nice, and let's go ahead and check the code. So going into the code right away, so let's go ahead and minimize this and bring this to the right. So inside the source, we have the app, and the app is actually using React Navigation 4. And let me just go over to the stack. So it's actually using React Navigation 4. I think I didn't move into that. So I'm just going to go over to navigation/stack. So you could see it's actually using React Navigation 4. Let me kind of close the sidebar. So you could see it's actually using React Navigation 4, and you could see everything from React Navigation 4, both the modal mode and the initial routes. And if we go over to the home, you could see the home stack. We have the library stack. So the library stack has to do with I think this stack over here. And also we have the search stack. So it has to do with this stack over here. We also have the tab navigation, where all the stacks were mixed together. So if you see these stacks over here, so they are actually coming from the bottom tab navigator over here. So we can just go over to mock data. So mock data, this guy arranged the musics in a JSON format, and also the categories, everything. And the constants is where he defined all the colors. So I think one of these colors is here. I think one of these. And he also defined there are a lot of things here that really got me interested to actually clone this repo. and also look into it. And he preloaded all the fonts that he needed. He put down the text of the font according to devices. So he checked whether the device was iOS, and that is coming from this device file over here. And also the global styles, where he defined his global styles for everything he wants to do. And that is very, very interesting, because you could see he added the fonts, the spacers. Like, he has really taught me on how to go about code arrangement. So this is more like a code arrangement as well. So let me just, so I think, yeah, this is more like a code arrangement, and it looks very nice. And he even defined his own margins. If you work with Bootstrap or any CSS framework, you will understand that they have predefined margins and global style variables. So even half margin, top margin, 1, 2, 3. This is more like when you are using Shopify Restyle. And in the index is where he exported everything. Here he preloaded all the fonts and exported it, which is a very nice approach, because when you work with fonts in React Native project, it's usually good to preload it. I mean in Expo project, because for React Native you have to link it directly and it goes over to the Android folder. And here are the images from the music. So all these images here are coming from this place. So this is kind of really good. So let's kind of see how this can be arranged in a more better and proper sense. If you work with React navigation, it's a very cool React navigation, but one of the things I would suggest here is make sure you can update this to use React Navigation 5, and then you can change all this. Then for the library as well, you can even go as well as making it possible that on this first click, it should use something like shared element transition. So shared element transition will be best to be used here, because it's kind of make your application more interactive and more cool. So like, even like, this is perfect. This is very good. So I really recommend this. I really appreciate this. Also in the stack search, let's go over to the stack search. I think, yeah, it's everything here. The search screen, the search main screen, and you can search anything you want to search. Search for the music. I think this was disabled. Even he added the microphone search. You can just click on it and search on that. And this looks very good, and I think it's showing us that the Bluetooth is connected. So if you maybe are dreaming of building a music application, I suggest you start off with this. Only that you have to update navigation, update some things, like maybe add some new features like React Native shared element transition. I mean React Navigation shared element transition for React Navigation 5. For the tab, everything looks good. And these are the screens for the albums, and for the home. So for the home here, he was using animated from React Native. Like, guys, this is the best. So I've come to really understand that when you work with animations in React Native, you should also be mindful of how it runs on 60 FPS devices, and also how it runs how it consumes memory. So memory is very important. So I suggest that if you're working with Redash or React Native Reanimated is very good, but for some time now I'm going to be working with animated from React Native, because it's kind of best to work with. It's kind of, and it even makes it possible that your application will run much faster. Take for example, I have this app in the Play Store. I just uploaded that, so I'm just going to quickly search that. So I'm just going to search for both skills, because I just uploaded it and it's still not showing on searches. But coming over to this, you can just download this Just Quit trivia, sorry. And inside this application, I use React Native Reanimated. So where I used that was when you want to select categories. So this kind of delays over here because is wanting to use everything, load the images, and also make sure that the animation can work perfectly. But while I scroll on it, I don't feel that comfortable, even though it looks really cool. So that's why I suggest that you work directly with React Native animated directly, like the one that comes from React Native. So the way this guy did everything was perfect, and that was very good. And I think he also added some icons from Expo vector icons, which is something that you really need to learn about. Also, if you want to add SVG icon, I have that video on my channel, how to work with SVG vector icon. So guys, thank you for watching. This is just the start of this. As we progress in code reviews, we are going to also touch codes, write codes, edit codes, and make it look better. So you can also give me your suggestions in the comment box so that I can see what I can come up with. And do not forget to hit the like button and also the subscribe button, and see you next time. Bye bye.